starting today's show with the best of the best from Week 9 on the high school gridiron. That's right, it's top plays and prime time performance. We begin this week's edition with the Liberty Hurricanes and senior wideout Nico Ciara, who may have only had 3 catches Friday at Parkland, but they were 3 exceptional grabs. Just the third play from scrimmage when he opened the scoring with this 49-yard strike from Tommy Mason. The senior then laying out for a spectacular sliding reception at the sideline before capping the Canes scoring with a 43-yard pitch and catch as time expired in quarter number 3. All told, Ciara hauled in 3 grabs for 107 yards. He leads Liberty with 5 receiving touchdowns this season. Even though the Canes got off to a fast start Friday, they were ultimately no match for that potent Parkland offense, which was guided by junior quarterback Luke Spang, who was a statistical standout on Friday, finishing 18 for 24, passing for 273 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He found fellow classmate Trey Tremba on a 40-yard seam route before hitting Nakai Bullock from 5 yards away. Spang also notched an additional 40 yards on the ground with 2 more TDs there, finding pay dirt from 6 and 23 yards out. As the Trojans improved to 6-3 on the season, they've now won 4 straight, outscoring their last 4 opponents 189-48, heading into this week's rivalry clash with Emmaus. Now, the Green Hornets have a pretty dynamic quarterback of their own, and he was up to his usual tricks Friday at Easton. Jake Foda needed just 8 completions to rack up 255 yards passing and a couple of scores, finding fellow classmate Dylan Darville on 34 and 74-yard scoring strikes. Foda also adding 78 yards on the ground and a trio of rushing scores, jetting home from 5, 7, and 15 yards away as Emmaus moves to 8-1 on the year, currently atop the District 6A standings and tied for the top spot in the EPC South. Now, the team that owns the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Hornets is Nazareth, which was averaging 38 points per game through the first 8 weeks and delivered the goods once again in Week 9, led by senior signal caller Sonny Sasso, who finished 14 for 19 passing for 218 yards and 4 total touchdowns. Sasso connecting with junior Mason Keener on that 80-yard bomb. Keener had 6 grabs for $123 before finding senior Nolan Lobb on a pair of touchdown tosses in the third, scoring strikes of 17 and 43 yards, getting Sasso up to 20 passing scores this season. Lobb in the double digits, meanwhile, in receiving TDs. 8-1 Nazareth heads to Cottingham Stadium this Friday to face the Red Rovers. Now, the Zephyrs would drop Friday's decision, moving to 5-4, but not before another ridiculous run from senior tailback Nigel Linton. Facing 1st and 20 from their own 8-yard line, Linton is somehow able to get to the outside before breaking off a 92-yard scoring scamper. He finished the night with 137 yards on just 9 carries and has now gone over the century mark in rushing yards in each of the last 5 weeks. Linton compiling 11 total touchdowns during that impressive stretch.